Hey guys, welcome back to Guys That Magic. It's me, it's Steven. I'll be your beautiful host today, and I'm joined by Shane. Shane, say hello.
What's up, nerds?
All right, now that we got the introductions out of the way, we're back to spoiler season. What is this, day
We are.
three, day four,
I
day
think it's day
17?
day three. I mean, we're still talking about the other set, so like, who knows, dude?
I know. I keep making the joke that we're going to be doing this until 2026, and sometimes I feel like we are.
We will be.
Yeah. But should we just get into it?
Yeah, I
Maybe
got
we should tell the
spicy
people a
cards
couple
today,
things
dude.
first, though. We do
Dude,
have spicy cards. But yeah, like I said, let's tell the people some stuff. So make sure you are like and subscribe so that we're staying up to date with all the stuff that's coming out. Like I said, spoiler season, we do those videos every day. We only talk about the rares and the mythics. So if you want to see any of the commons, uncommons, any of that jazz, head over to our other socials. We post everything over on Instagram as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Famished Worldsire. This is 5 and 3 green for a 0/0 creature Leviathan. That's kind of 8 mana for a 0/0. It's got to do something cool, right? Ward 3, Devour Land 3. When this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. For everyone at home that doesn't know what Devour Land 3 may mean, because there's no reminder text on this specific card, essentially, as this creature enters, you can sacrifice any number of lands, and for each land you sacrifice, you are putting 3 times the amount of counters on it. So one land would be 3 counters. So fun little ability there, yeah?
yeah, man, that's crazy. I mean, it better do, like you said, it better do something good. It's so expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, the cool thing too is like at least you're kind of almost like replenishing your lands.
I mean, that's true. I mean, more than that, you're like, yeah, X. Wow.
Yeah, where X is this creature's power. So I mean, kind of like rewards you for sacrificing your lands. Normally, I hate doing that, but this whole set has seemed, especially with the precons that have come out, like sacrifice your land like Kindred almost.
That's true. I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be pretty cool. Pretty spicy.
yeah. I'm actually pretty excited for this. I kind of like things like this that are huge and do something kind of cool. I mean, Ward 3 is nothing to scoff at either.
It really isn't. It's
All right, well,
like,
listen, we started off with a bang. Let's see if we can keep going. Moving on to Alpharael, Stonechosen. I don't know how Hunter and you always do the reading the cards. I get it now. This is difficult, but this is 3 and 2 black for a 3/3 legendary creature human cleric. It's got ward, discard a card at random, and it also has void. Whenever it attacks, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, defending player loses half their life rounded up. Oh my god.
what?
All right, so just full honesty, Hunter put all these slides together for us, and this is the first time I'm seeing these cards, so you're literally getting a live reaction, at least
Yeah.
from me. This is wild.
Dude, what a ward. Not even discard a card at
Yeah,
random. That's wild, dude. This seems
I
like a
think
card that could see play.
I think they finally heard the people because like Ward discard a card is like whatever,
I mean, it's still
you
kind of
know?
bad sometimes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this card can see play, dude. We've seen the
I mean,
effect of
absolutely.
losing half your life, and ugh,
I'm
it's.
throwing this into a lot of my commander decks. I won't lie to you. I love this ability.
I think the cool thing about this too is like we have the unstoppable slasher in standard, but that needs to actually
Yeah.
deal the damage. This just happens on attacks. Even if it gets blocked, it's still half
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah, this has to attack, which is very important. So you are swinging in with a 3/3, so your opponents may have some big blockers, but you're in mono black, or you're playing standard with some other shenanigans, or
Yeah.
just aristocrat strategies. And I mean, even if I'm paying 5 mana for my opponents to lose half their life, I still think that's a pretty good upside.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Good
okay.
card.
Well, yeah, let's move on. I'm sure it can't get worse than that. So we're moving on to the Dominion Bracelet. This is a artifact. It's 2 mana. It's a beautiful equipment. It says equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has pay 15. Oh my gosh. Exile the Dominion Bracelet. You control target opponents during their next turn. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is this creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery and an equip cost of 1.
What?
Oh my god.
I thought when we were reading the Morrow spoilers, the whole like you control your opponent's turn was gonna be a nod to Emrakul or something. But what is this?
Yeah. This is sick. By the way, the art's really cool. I'm assuming this is like the Japanese showcase.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, this is like a Voltron player's dream.
Dude. I mean, that's cool. 'Cause all you
Like,
have to do is sacrifice this. I was worried you had to sacrifice the creature, but
Yeah, exile this, which is
I'm sorry,
important, so you
exile
can't
this,
really do
yeah.
it again.
Which I don't think is a big
Uh,
deal.
no, especially like you pay 2 for this, you equip it for 1, and it gets +1/+1. So I mean, like that in itself is mediocre, but still good. But then you get that extra effect.
It's very, very interesting, very spicy.
I'm about to start playing Voltron.
Yeah, do it.
Oh my gosh! All right, well, I mean, of course, it has to go downhill, correct?
No,
Like
can't
we
keep
can't
going.
just have banger after banger.
We could.
So let's move on. Possibility Technician. This is 2 in a red. It's a 3/3 creature Kavu Artificer. Whenever this creature or another Kavu you control enters, exile the top card of your library. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it if you control a Kavu. And it has Warp 1 and 2. All right, thank God, finally. Something that's not insane.
It's not insane. It's still, I mean, interesting, but not insane. Card advantage.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to wait for this set to fully release to see how many Kavus are coming in this set.
Yeah.
That's really like my only concern because like I play a lot of Spell Table and I don't really see a lot of Kavus out there.
I mean, it's got the warp, so you could do it on itself at least.
Yeah.
And it does say play, so you can get a land. There are cool things there.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice. I mean, I guess you are paying 2. I think this is good in the late game or early game.
Yeah.
I think warping this in the late game is still advantageous enough. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting card. I don't know if it's my favorite.
Mhm.
The art is sick. Like that is some wild art.
I'm a big fan so far of all the art.
Yeah, is that like 4 arms?
I think those are its like horns. Isn't a Kavu like a?
No, no,
I thought
those
a
look like
Kavu
I
was
don't
like a
know.
stag or something.
I don't know. Let's go
Alright.
ask Jared Carthalion.
Okay.
Moving on to Bioengineered Future. This is 1 and 2 green for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a land or token. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under your control this turn.
Interesting.
I Is Hunter calling me right now?
Because he loves counters.
Because he loves counters.
I
Haha.
mean, it's cool though. Each land entered this,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be a. You want to play as many lands as possible, right?
Yeah, so obviously ramping is super important. I think this is going to be a card that really wants the lander mechanic, so I think building a deck around that will be kind of cool. But I mean, I've seen so many shenanigans when it comes to like cards like Scape Shift and that, like with the new Final Fantasy set that just came out with
Yeah.
Tifa.
Huh.
Like the amount of lands I've seen people play in one turn to grow Tifa is just insane. So I can only imagine with this card as well how that's going to happen.
I mean, on its floor, dude. If you just, as long as you make your land drop, all your stuff comes in with one counter. Pretty cool.
That's true. Yeah, Shane, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Maybe a little early. I don't know, but I think might be a contender for end of 99.
A little early, but I like where your head's at. It could definitely be.
Yeah, yeah. So that is going to do it for all of the cards from the main set. The precon counterintelligence was spoiled today, so that's super exciting. This is the one I was most excited for, and I know Shane, you're big into proliferation. You love Jeskai, so I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you're excited as well.
Very.
All right, well, some cards were spoiled, and by some I mean the entire precon. So we're going to go over some of the fun new ones that got spoiled.
Yep.
So first one up, Patrolling Peacemaker. This is 2 and a white for a artifact creature robot soldier. It's a 0/0, and then when it enters with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And then whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. That's pretty wild.
This card's
If you don't know
nuts,
what committing
dude.
a crime is, this card is insane. If you don't know what committing a crime is, they commit a crime if they target an opponent, anything an opponent controls, and or cards in an opponent's graveyard, and then basically proliferating. You are putting +1/+1 counters on your stuff, and
Yeah.
wow,
Basically, if the thing says target, you get to proliferate. That's nuts, dude. This is such an easy way to proliferate in this deck. This is gonna go in so many of my decks that care about proliferation going forward.
yeah, this is pretty good.
Like, are your opponents playing Magic? If they're playing Magic, you're gonna proliferate.
Yeah, I think this kind of like makes your opponents think about what to hit first, and this is probably something that's going to be on people's
Yeah,
radar.
it's true. You're probably gonna hit this first. Still such a good card,
Cool.
dude.
All right, moving on to another fun U card from the Commander Precon, Moxite Refinery. This is 2 mana for an artifact. It says you can pay 2, tap it, remove X counters from an artifact or creature you control, choose 1, activate only as a sorcery. You can either put X charge counters on target artifact or put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. Pretty good. I
Good
think.
filter, yeah. You
Good
could
little
have
filter.
you could have your spacecraft with a ton of charge counters. Move those onto 1/1s. or vice versa. Like I
Hmm.
get that it's a little slow, but I think you can do some stuff with this.
Yeah, a little slow for sure. I think this is I kind of I haven't seen the entire precon yet, so I kind of want to take a peek at it after we record this. But I'm excited for this deck. But this may be a card I remove if I'm upgrading.
I don't know, man. This could be spicy for you. I'll let you look at the
It's
list.
true. Put it on a creature with trample and just ruin someone's day, especially if you like have charged your station to like +20.
Yeah, I think it's just a spicy way to be like, I got my station done, now I can move stuff, or I got my creature huge, and I can station immediately. Like, pretty spicy stuff.
All right, well, let's move on to some more spice. We have long range sensor up next. This is 2 and a red for an artifact. Whenever you attack a player, put a charge counter on this artifact. You can pay 1, remove 2 charge counters from this artifact, discover 4. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's not bad. A little cascading, kind of. I guess better cascading.
Yeah, yeah, way better cascading.
Yeah,
Because like if I get something that isn't that like prevalent in that moment, I can just put it in my hand.
yeah. That's cool. So I think that there's just so many things in this deck that are gonna have counters on it. So when you proliferate, you're literally gonna see your board just like get crazy, dude.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to invest in some more dice.
You're 100% gonna have to invest in some more dice, especially if you're playing
Yeah.
spell table. Get like the big ones everyone can see, because you're gonna need a lot of them.
Yeah, but like I think with this deck, I think I'm gonna need some big D20s because I don't think just the normal D6s are gonna work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think like things are gonna be huge.
I mean, when spacecraft say like, yeah, +20, you might need some big die.
Yeah. Moving on to Depthshaker Titan. This is 5 and 2 red for a 5/5 artifact creature robot. And then when this creature enters, any number of target non-creature artifacts you control become 3/3 artifact creatures. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Each artifact creature you control has melee, trample, and haste. Oh my god.
This could be a big time finisher, dude.
Yeah, this is kind of like reminiscent of I'm trying to think of the card. I put it in my Morska deck, and essentially like all your artifacts become 3/3 like seaweed creature things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I forgot. It's like a yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we see
it's
this kind of effect a
yeah,
lot, but I mean, to see it like with your artifacts and like thinking of the mass artifact things you can build on your board,
yeah.
this is terrifying.
I mean, not only in this precon, I saw on one of the videos talking about this card. This with like Vahan playing with treasures, dude.
Yeah.
I know that you're gonna have to sacrifice them at the end step, but like whatever. That bottom part is static. So once this goes down, that's always gonna be there.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about it is like normally like Vahan is a great commander, but you can't really do anything with it if it's not on the field. Your treasures are just
Yeah,
your treasures, right?
yeah,
So having this as a like additional piece in that deck to just kind of help you, I think is really cool. Because that way, if like Vahan costs like 20 mana and you just are gonna sack all your treasures to cast Vahan and not have a board, just play this.
yeah.
Moving on to Solar Array. This is a 3 mana artifact that says add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast an artifact spell this turn, that spell gains Sunburst. If it's a creature, it enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Otherwise, it enters with that many charge counters on it. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, normally I feel
Oh,
like anytime we see 3 mana ramp cards, we're like,
it's a
this one
little
though?
iffy. I mean, I'm a fan of 3 mana rocks. I know Riley hates them, but
Yeah, I'm kind of on Riley's boat when it comes to 3 mana artifacts that like just kind of like ramp you 1.
yeah,
But this has enough on it to where I'm just like, okay, this is good.
yeah. I like that it's one ones or charge too. Really gonna be
Mhm.
relevant in this deck.
100%. And I think that's why I'm pretty on board with it. Moving on to Surge Conductor. This is 3 mana for a 3/2 artifact creature robot. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, proliferate. Wow, this deck just continues
Dude,
to
it's
just.
so good. It's so
I
good.
can't. Oh man.
Like,
Okay.
this is some of the easiest proliferation ever. And don't
Yeah,
forget that
this is
your
pretty
backup
wild.
commander just taps and proliferates. Well,
Yeah.
you can't just tap them, you know what I mean? Like, when it is tapped.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a
It's
sick deck, dude.
Yeah, I
I'm,
think
yeah.
you mentioned you were gonna go the poison route.
Hey, whoa. Maybe. I think I'm gonna have this deck be kind of just like a fun stuff deck where, hey, I might put one thing that causes poison. I don't want to focus on it, but like in that one game, if you draw it, then you're gonna have a fun poison game. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be every game can be a little different. I like that idea.
You're a scary person.
It's only one. It's only gonna be like one or two.
It's only one or two. Listen, and then it'll be three, and then
No,
four,
that's fine.
and
It's
then
fine. It's fine.
five, and then six, because that's how proliferation works.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh,
All right. Well, I am scared already, but let's move on to Uthros Research Craft. This is 2 and a blue for a artifact spacecraft. It's got station, just for everyone at home, just because we haven't brought it up yet. Station, tap another creature you control, put a charge counter equal to its power on this spacecraft. Station only as a sorcery. It's an artifact creature at 12. So everything before 12 is just a regular artifact spacecraft that is supposed to be this huge thing on a tiny card on your board, which is just, it's a funny thought to me. I don't, this huge thing that travels through space and it's just a tiny card
yeah.
on your board. But yeah, when it has 3 charge counters on it or more, whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card, put a charge counter on the spacecraft, so it's helping it do the thing, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 12 plus, it has flying, and the spacecraft gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and it's a 0/8.
Dude, this is so sick. I love this card.
Oh man, yeah, this is really good. As if blue needed another outlet to draw cards.
I was shocked. I know all of us talked about how this precon I thought was going to be a lot more spacecraft centered. This is the only other spacecraft, but like, I don't think it even matters because the theme of the deck so far is just proliferating everything, and then this right here is going to be a finisher, dude. If this sticks around, you're getting smacked big time.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I bought both the precons. I pre-ordered them, and I'm super excited to get them. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm curious to see if I build this the same way you do. So we'll see
Probably
what
not.
happens.
We're a little different there.
Yeah, I'm going combo. Anyways, moving on to Insight Engine. This is 2 and a blue for an artifact. You can pay 2, tap it, put a charge counter on this artifact, and then draw a card for each charge counter on it.
You're gonna
Oh,
draw so
buddy.
many cards, dude. You're gonna draw
Yeah.
so many cards, dude.
Yeah, this card is kind of like the floor is 1 card,
Yeah.
and then you're just stepping up the ladder every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that if you have
Oh,
your commander out and your commander being the other spacecraft, if it has at least the 3, I think it is, on combat, you can add two counters to this card, and then do the thing and add another one. So two mana, tap it, draw 3. Seems pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't know how the land sacrificing deck keeps up with this. I'll be dead honest with you.
We might be shocked, dude. That deck looks scary too. I think both decks
It
look
does
really
look scary.
good.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with how they've done this set so far. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
And I'll even go as far to say that I think the last few sets have been really amazing.
I think it's a bummer that we're only getting 2 here, but I guess, hey, only have 2. They better both be bangers. And they seem to
That's true.
Yeah. They're looking like bangers.
But Shane, unfortunately, that is all of the spoilers from today. Today being July 10th. But my favorite thing to do and favorite thing to talk about is our favorite card spoiled today. Shane, we'll kick it off with you.
I think my favorite card is, surprisingly, from the precon. That patrolling Peacemaker, dude. I'm gonna have so much fun with that card. Such a good card.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane, a lot of good cards from the precon. I will say, I think I'm going to pick something that's not from the precon. So from the main set, I think I'm picking Dominion Bracelet. It is wild.
It's a wild one.
Something we forgot to mention while we were talking about the card is normally when you take control of an opponent's turn, you essentially have them have an extra turn after that one. So it's like they take 2, technically yours taking theirs, and then their turn. You don't get that with that card.
Doesn't say it.
Doesn't say it. So I mean, essentially, you're just kind of like skipping their turn. This is really good.
Those were our favorites, though. What do you guys think? Leave us some comments talking about your favorite cards talked about today. Down in the description, you'll find a link to all of our social medias. Steven brought it up in the beginning, but if you want to see every card spoiled today and every card spoiled in the past couple days, that'll be on our Instagram, so check that out. Also in the description, you'll find a link to our Patreon. Everyone on screen right now, these are all of our Patreon members. If you want to see what they're seeing, which is early content, extra content, check that link in the description. Consider subscribing. And a special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tier, starting with Aaron Hill,
Aaron Martin,
Brian Ganella,
Daryl Tripp,
Demarion Turner,
Dr. Rome,
Jimmy Ward,
Kevo,
Larry Killian,
Samuel Abbott,
Thrifty PSGR.
and William Colombo.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the extra support. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Is Shane wrong for playing poison, or am I wrong for playing combos?